Hey, my name's Anna and I like to read, and in this video I'm going to be doing the mid-year freak out tag. So the first question in this tag is, what is the best book you've read so far in 2021? And for this question I'm going to go with Cool for the Summer. I really enjoyed the romance between the two main characters. I enjoyed the Jewish representation, and I really enjoyed the bi representation. I thought this book was an excellent read, and so far it's my favorite book of the year. The next question in this tag is best sequel you've read so far in 2021. And for this question I'm gonna go with Delicates, which is a sequel to Sheets. I thought that the art style in this graphic novel was beautiful, and I thought that there was an important message in this book. The next question in this tag is new release you haven't yet read but want to, and I'm gonna go with two releases for this. I'm gonna go with Any Way the Wind Blows. This is the third and final book in the Carry On series, and I'm also gonna go with The Ghosts We Keep. This is by the author of I Wish You All the Best, and I haven't read these books yet, but I am really looking forward to reading them. So the next question in this tag is most anticipated release of the second half of the year, and for this I'm gonna go with two books. The first one is the sequel to Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secret of the Universe, and the second book that I am anticipating is As If on Cue. I actually got the ARC and I plan on reading it, but it actually comes out in September, and I'm really excited for both of these books. The next question in this tag is biggest disappointment, and for this question I'm gonna go with Speak for Yourself. It was by the author who wrote Technically You Started It, which I really loved, but I hated Speak for Yourself. It was a very big disappointment. I thought that the story was not well written. I thought the characters were underdeveloped. I didn't like the romance between the two main characters. I just was very disappointed in this book because I really loved Technically You Started It, and it was one of my favorite books of 2019. So Speak for Yourself was the biggest disappointment of 2021 so far. The next question in this tag is biggest surprise, and for that question I'm gonna go with Rise to the Sun. So this was a big surprise because I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna enjoy it because it was supposed to be an instant love story between the two main characters, and that is a trope I do not like in stories. But I actually really enjoyed this book, and I thought that it was very well written, and I thought the author developed the characters well, and I really overall enjoyed this book. The next question in this tag is favorite new author, debut, or new to you. I'm gonna skip this question because I think that if an author has to be a favorite of mine, I have to read at least two books from them, and that hasn't been the case this year. So I'm just gonna say that I don't have a favorite new author this year. The next question in this tag is newest fictional crush, and I am gonna skip this question as well. I don't have a fictional crush. I've never had fictional crushes, so I'm just gonna skip over this question. The next question in this tag is newest favorite character, and I'm gonna go with Nora from The Girls I've Been. I really loved her character in this book. The next question in this tag is a book that made you cry, and I'm gonna say that none of the books I've read this year have made me cry, but the one that came close to it was Indivisible. I thought that Indivisible was a great emotional story that had a lot of depth and that had an important message. The next question in this tag is a book that made you happy. So for this question, I'm gonna go with The Office, A Day at Dunder Mifflin Elementary. So this is a children's picture book that is based on The Office, and I thought it was a very sweet and funny story. So this is a book that made me happy. The next question in this tag is the most beautiful book you've bought or received. So I am gonna put a picture of it because it was too heavy to hold up, but it is the book about libraries, and this was a graduation present, and it is very beautiful. It has photos of libraries around the world, and it has descriptions of each library which accompanies the photos, and overall it is a very beautiful book. And the last question in this tag is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? So for this question, I have a lot of books that I want to read by the end of the year, but I picked my top 4 books that I want to finish by the end of the year. And the top 4 books that I really want to read are The Ghosts We Keep, Anyway the Wind Blows, Kate in Waiting, and As If on Cue. I would really like to finish these books before the year ends, but I also have other books that I want to read as well, in addition to these 4 books that I've just listed. So these are my answers to the mid-year freakout tag. Have you done this tag? What are your answers to the questions in this tag? Also, let me know what you thought of the books that I've talked about in this video. Have you read them? What do you think of them? And if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video soon.